YB, I'm going to ask you, direct the last question, which is a general question to everybody, but I'll ask you to start off, and also maybe to refer a bit to this contestation that goes on between the DAP and MCA over Chinese education and victimology and whatever not. Essentially, in the last session we had, somebody accused me of ignoring the elephant in the room, and I told him that the elephant comes in many parts. So we didn't actually ignore the elephant in the room, we were just grazing different parts of the elephant. But I'm going to suppose that the main part of the elephant is the trunk. So I'm going to grab onto the trunk and ask you this question. Many years ago, somebody very notable said that the problem with the country is communal politics. And for as long as we are demarcated by communal politics, we will have politicians who seek to become community champions. That man was my father, the country's national historian. We don't seem to have progressed much. We seem to have regressed, in fact. How much is, and yet everybody here talks about depoliticizing communal politics. How much political will is there, really, to do so? And I'll start with you, but we'll go with everyone, and then I'll open up to questions.
You see, the problem is these communal parties have been very misunderstood. And before I answer you, I want to talk about the UEC. Instead of emotionalize the issue, we should rationalize the issue. The issue is about education. Why are we providing these people education and we refuse to recognize their certificate? It's like TAR College. Just because TAR College was set up by MCA to appease the Chinese demand for education because of the introduction of quota, and we say, oh, don't recognize TAR College. And one of the reasons, simple reason, the Chinese schools, vernacular schools, got lack of Chinese teachers. And we are talking about bringing mainland Chinese teachers to teach us Chinese. Whereas these UEC students or graduates can be converted to our teachers. And we don't have this shortage of teachers problem, etc. Just simple rationalization. Coming back to your question just now, before, what I want to answer, what were you saying before? Communal politics. You see, it is because of the concept of alliance and Barisan Nasional. Because if we allow these communal sentiments to continue, this nation will be torn apart. That's why the alliance was formed subsequently. The Barisan Nasional was formed to accommodate different voices. Because we are building bridges. And it is within this environment, this political ecosystem, that we settle problem in an amicable manner, in a non-communal manner. For example, new economic policy was about race, is about overemphasis on Bumiputra. There are people deprived, the local government deprived of their license just because they are Chinese. Either they convert or they use a Malay name to get license. I have to talk to the local government officers. Why are you creating hardship for these people who genuinely, sincerely wanted to trade? Because you are forcing them into being cheated by using Bumiputra names and forced to do illegal business. And ultimately, they thrive on illegal business, and the ultimate victim will be the Malays, because the Malays are the majority in the community. So this is rationalization. Coming back, you see, in new economic policy was going to be extended and increase Bumiputra percentage 31% to 51%. And we MCA have asked many times in the cabinet, and UMNO refused to answer. But Tun Dam conveniently went to Singapore and announced new economic policy will be extended. And the 31% demanded by UMNO youth and passed will be exceeded. That's why Tun Ling lived six weeks in a very starter art of war. 6 weeks in protest. Many people say MCA got no boss, but we got bigger boss, I tell you. So then new economic policy, they subsequently Mahathir, because he owed Tun Ling when Tunku Razali challenged him, hand over Barisan Nasional power back to Mahathir. He got Tun Ling to come back. Many UMNO leaders wanted Tun Ling to be get rid of, and one Lee Kim Sai, etc. And Tun Ling requested a new economic consultative council of 75 Bumiputra and 75 non-Bumiputra to sit down and talk about economics and not about race. And unfortunately, DAP was included, Tong Chao Chung was included. They went in, they see people like Nasri Aziz, Hadi Awang, and they ran away. So there was no consultation. So MCA has to continue. Tan Sri Ghazali Shafi, we have to request that discussion continue provided there is consensus and no voting. That's where ultimately we come up with new development policy. But unfortunately, new development policy is about development. It's no longer emphasis on race. I remember very clearly, Tun Khalil, he was my Menteri Besar then. He spoke to all the SEDC and UMNO. We no longer talk about race. We talk about development. It's about progress, etc. But the bureaucrats are basically Malays. The new economic policy culture is there. It's like America. They say we are all equal, but they continue to discriminate the colors. So basically, people do not understand. So they conveniently blame it on MCA. And today we have the return of new economic policy under the new shared prosperity vision. It's about Bumi Putra. It is a return about new economic policy. And why am I telling you this? Because everybody, the politicians are political animals. They know without the Malay support, they cannot continue. Pakatan Harapan cannot continue to govern this country. So they are prepared to risk 95% of Chinese and Indian votes. All they want is another additional votes from the Malays. The Malays, 5% votes, 10% is so important that DAP got to make a lot of U-turns. Because this is the political reality. I hope I've answered your question.
I'll get back to the DAP in a bit. The new economic policy, or at least the ideals you were talking about, of development rather than race, this sounds like Anwar Ibrahim's new economic agenda, which I don't suppose you support.